Very good. Okay, so INFRA is sort of an exploration game. I'm going to skip the very start of the game. Save slot chapter 1. The start of the game, you end up going through a slideshow. You have to click the button to go through the slides while your boss talks. And I can summarize all that in like about 5 seconds. So in INFRA, you're part of this company who want to take over the city, some of the city infrastructure. And your job today is to go out and do some analysis. That's not the right word, but you're actually going out to check on some of the city properties that you're gonna look over. So anyway, so they think some of it's going to be in bad condition, and that's basically you're sent out. You're going out to certain places, there's other members of your team going to other places. And then after the slideshow, you're kind of booted out. It's like a forced cutscene. You exit the meeting room, which is just behind me here, and you can't get back in. And so you come out into this hallway here, and I must admit, I was struck after you got through the slideshow, struck very quickly that it just looked quite nice. There was a lot of detail here. So this is your offices, obviously, with your nice designer lighting. So this is NCG, your company. And as we look around, so can we get to there? That door's locked. And look down here, just even the small, there's a toolbox there holding the door open. I don't know why I'm fascinated by all these little details. And obviously environmental narrative. Someone's been working on the electrics in the ceiling. And if we move around here, what do we got? Some tables, some abstract art, a must for every office environment. Something that looks like Coke, a must for every office environment. None of these open, by the way. The world's strongest beer. And some stuff. You'll see a lot of this, and I'm going to point it out here and there, but there's a little bit, for all the love of the details of the environment, in terms of actual close detail, some of the, like when it comes to text, there really isn't, they don't do really enough work here. I understand why, because if you're going to have like notice boards all over your game everywhere, you can't, it's going to be hard just to produce graphics for every single one, unless you go to the effort of actually rendering something in game, I guess. And you find a lot of this like placeholder text, because you're not supposed to read this. There's even a note on it saying don't read it. I find that annoying. And I can't even, you can see the smiley of having the pins there. Oh, I can open that door, very good. Go over these tables. There's a magazine here. Colonizing Antarctica, Life After Stahlberg Steel. And can't open this. And there's a note here, some of the key readers are acting up again. Use the side door closest to the main atrium. And you can actually zoom up, press E key and look at the notes. This one's very obvious. You can read it from a distance, but some of them you can't. So that key reader is not working. So we have to use the side door. There is actually only one exit from this area. And excuse me a second, let's do this. My mail client is still open. I'm just going to close it. It's going to make beeps otherwise. Right, back into INFRA, which takes a moment if you lose focus. Thank you. There we go. So now you have all these cubicles in here. Another example of all these files look, impressive from a distance, but if you actually get close up, it's random stuff with exactly the same codes on the side. And then down here, useless stuff. and nothing. Again, it's just irritates me, that lovely attention to detail, but can't bring themselves to, you know, do something. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to suggest myself, but it does bother me. So the computers here, viewports 8, rather than anything you might recognize. And I did spend a lot of time looking at every single detail in this office, and aquarium with bottles in there, and I must admit, I mean, it's kind of cute for now, but you'll start seeing bottles and bears turn up in so many places during the game, to the point where it's a bit annoying. You feel like the developers, you know, said, oh, I've got a bear, I don't know what to do with it, I'll just put it everywhere. Dan, while you're on vacation, we built you a box fort, hope you like it. Yeah, we'll be able to explore this cubicle. Oh, a person.
How's it going?
Yeah, how is it going? My name is Mark, by the way, in this game.
I'm busy, dude.
Okay, good one. So, let's see, where do we want to go? This guy's doing the Matrix?
Hey, did you send me that report yet?
Probably not. I actually don't know what that is. What is that? Anyway, let's keep on going around here. Where are we going? Not out through there. Hang on, I've just come straight back in. Okay, so it's the exit around here. Come on, let's do a bit of a run, a bit of a jog.
Yeah, guess I won't be coming to
So
work soon. Feels
these
like
guys
I'm
are
talking
talking
to
now, and you're
more.
supposed to
Why
listen
not
to
use
them
the
talk a
public
little bit.
transport? You live right next to a
They
train
talk a little bit about
station
the
anyway, and there's a
story
metro
of the game,
station
which
south
I
of
have
the
to admit
office.
I was not
see the
really
tunnels.
following very closely.
I'll
I'm
take
a
the
bit
metro even if you
confused.
paid me to.
Actually, the company will pay
But what's
half
very
of the rental
interesting
ticket
about
for you.
this is that
Really?
Yeah.
you might want to go
saves you a
into
fair
the
bit of money in
office,
the long run.
but there
I'm
are
thinking
people
about
in the
selling
way,
my car
and
for
you
good.
literally
Yeah, I
can't
still
get
don't
past
trust the
them.
condition of the metro
And I
tunnel.
think when I first played this, I
Come
thought
on,
that's
what's gonna
kind of
happen?
cute,
It's
but
not like the tunnels are
it's a
going to
warning
suddenly
sign
collapse.
that this game is going to be doing some ridiculous things to gate your progress at times. It's an exploration game, but at the same time, it will
Feeling
still
alright
gate
there,
you.
Mark?
I'm feeling fine, thanks.
How's it going?
Great.
Feeling all right there, Mark?
A lot of people are asking the same question. Now, the funny thing is, you see a lot of people in this office already, but when you get into the game proper, almost it all falls away. You hardly see anybody. At least I admit I haven't finished the game, but I've got quite far into it. So I saw this and I thought, wow, I love you know, they've gone to all the trouble of making this big empty, not empty, that's big atrium to look over. And I could look, oh, there's a person down there, there's some tables. How I wish I could go down there. And you know what, you can, you have to go down there. That area is actually explorable. But what I need to do is go up to my room to get a few things before I can go out on my not so secret mission. And doesn't matter what I do, I just press 8. That's where I go. Mark isn't going to do anything else. Oh, hello Mandela Eyes. First comment of the stream today. Here we go, 8th floor. I'm not going to spend too much time in the office. Just running around. If you could spend a lot more time examining everything yourself. I know exactly where I'm going, but I tell you what, when I first did this, I didn't know where my office was at all. But here's, when in doubt, just call me Mark. I guess it was not obvious from the sign. It doesn't mention Mark at all. Right, I like the little window it's got at the side here. So this is your office. Need your phone. Oh, it's your notes. Let's not bother with that. The writing in this is really bad. On every handwritten note, the writing looks terrible. Okay, yeah, stop doing that. I want to pick up the keys. There we go. Yes, it has a few issues like that. INFRA is not the most polished game you're going to play.
Okay, that's everything. Now to grab the master keys from the reception.
that is my voice. That is Mark, who... Anyway, so this is the area we're supposed to be exploring. We're actually being sent down to explore a dam and a sawmill and some tunnels. But it's all this information, and it's like you can look at it, but it instantly leaves your head. You know, I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Take a screenshot of it, or get your phone out and take a picture of it? I mean, I felt like that happens a lot in the game, where it gives you a lot of information, and I'm thinking, take it all in, and then the next minute you've forgotten it all. So let's work our way down to reception. I just love the fact that there's so much detail in the office. It feels very real, what lived in a lot of game spaces do. I mean, it's not a game space, that's the... Oh, I'm supposed to press the button. It's not a game space, that's the important thing. Reminds me of, you know, Adam Foster's ideas of making game spaces which are more realistic, rather than something which is designed explicitly for gameplay. So we're going down to the first floor. Or are we?
Looks like someone forgot to pay the electricity bill.
There we go. Got to fix this the first example of a puzzle. It's got a little bit of note about fuses there, but generally we've just got to turn them all on. Right. So
I guess I'll have to take the stairs.
So the stairs. Now, of course, you don't have to take the stairs straight away. Obviously not. And that's exactly what I did. I just wandered around. So you've got this other companies in the building here. So we've got this Simchick Planning Development. I like the fact that they've spent time giving them their own logo. It looks very swishy. You want to have a quick look in there. Very green. We've got this red glass here around the outside of the building cafe, which is obviously closed at the moment. And we've got some architects down here. Of course, you can't get into any of these spaces, which makes perfect sense. Doesn't mean I don't want to break in there and steal everything though. And here's the cafeteria, and there's a guy up there. Let's just make our way down to reception. And there's an area back here, the kitchens. Keep on going down here. Second floor water leak. It's funny, I don't remember seeing that. Let's go down. How far down do we go? That's -1. It's down to the car parking lot. We don't want to go there yet. We have to go to reception. Oh. I've never been out this area before. This is the first time for me. I didn't even know you could come out the side door like this. Really? Honestly, you think you're an explorer, then you realize, of course, you're not going to be able to go out to the street. I find it a bit dim, but interesting. Can I see that? See that helicopter? Or is it just a noise? Probably just a noise. Wow, that was interesting. Wait, what? Wait. I've got lost already. Such an explorer. Okay, let's get back in there. Hey, fire exit, do not block. Okay, we're into the auditorium. Make my way down to... I love this effect on the wall here. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at, but it's nice, kind of metallic sheen.
Morning, Mark. You have a letter from the city authority. It's on the counter. Don't worry, it's not a parking ticket. Looks like it's just some keys.
I heard it was some kind of precaution measure.
Thanks.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Okay, so
But the most
of course here's the exit,
important what's up with the power.
and you think you can go out here.
What's
but
up with the doors?
Looks like they're on the fritz again. I'll get someone from maintenance to take a look. Didn't you leave your car in the parking garage downstairs anyway?
So, do the mandala eyes asking, is it just me or do the people look kind of sickly? Yeah, they're not the best kind of people, but then again, I don't suppose it matters too much if you don't see too many in the game, and you really don't. But I like that. See the you can see the camera on the outside there, which you're not going to see unless you make an effort to look outside. I just love there's a lot of attention to the detail, and I just spend a lot of my time trying to find the detail. Same kind of table you saw upstairs, of course. Very IKEA type sofas, I think. Okay, so there is more to see as IT services back there. Oh, come on, let's go see the server room. Let's see the server room. No, we don't go that way. Can I get in further behind? That doesn't look right. Not around there. Of course, I just opened the door with my card key. Okay. The server room looks quite nice. I don't think I've ever seen a server room with so many colored lights. But hey, it looks nice for a game. So,
A pack of spare batteries for the camera.
that's your inventory management. Hi, Salty Horse. Everyone's playing INFRA this week. I didn't know INFRA was such a big thing. Maybe I started it going. You know, everybody started playing INFRA because I've been talking about it for weeks and weeks. Let's go and get to our car. If you ever do play INFRA yourself, you've got plenty more of this building to explore. Right, so let's get into the garage. -1. Again, I'm going to note that, you know, take a note that they make an effort to put wires and, you know, electric boxes everywhere. Everything feels a little bit more considered. The whole game is about infrastructure anyway, and it's strongly emphasized how things fit together. If you try and come down here earlier without...
Now, where is the car? There it is.
If you try and come down here earlier, before you've got the keys from the reception, Mark will say, I think we need to go back up and get the keys, or something like that. I don't know if that sounded like Mark or not. You can't actually walk out of here. I tried. And there's a part of me thinking, ooh, would I be able to drive? I really don't think so, but you know, the hope is there. Maybe we're going to drive.
And it's a beautiful day in Salzburg today, with a little over 18 degrees Celsius and slight overcast.
No, you will not be driving. So I'm just going to just show the very bit at the start here, then we're going to jump into much deeper into the game. I like the fact that he was listening to that on the radio. Okay, so here we are, just driven in here, and we can't get behind the car because of trees. Honestly, stop with those invisible wall tricks. So, here we go. I'm gonna make a phone call now.
I'm finally here. The traffic was horrible. Any last-minute tips before I start surveying this place?
You know the drill. Take pictures of everything that's broken. Also, if you come across any technical documents or other documents of interest, take pictures of them. It'll help our cause.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So, that's what you got to do. Well, in theory, you go through taking pictures of everything that's broken, and I felt that that was going to be the focus of the game. But to be perfectly honest, I feel like I've taken lots of pictures, and the game doesn't really care. And there's a story that slowly develops that's driving you forward, a story which I'm not following very well at all. And it's more about in puzzles and switches and buttons. But for the explorer, there's plenty of things to just look at. And there are actually secrets in this game. I've only found a handful. I don't know. Oh, gravity gun. I haven't found that many myself. And I know there's a very large puzzle in here somewhere which some of the people on the Steam forums have been trying to figure out. But here's my camera, and you can see it focuses when you've got a problem highlighted. Look at these corrosive barrels left out. And there, that sound of the doesn't sound like it at all, but that sound indicates that you're taking a picture of a problem. Now obviously I'm supposed to go that way, but you can go this way and you can get underneath the bridge. You can also get over it. What does that say?
Tell me about it.
Alcoholists. Right. So I'm going to just cross briefly over to the other side of the bridge, and then we're going to stop this part and jump ahead. Let's do a bit of a run. I should just change into permanent run. It's not working. Fine. Supposed to be caps lock switches over, if I remember correctly. So we can come over here, and there is a reason to come over here, but this isn't just purely they've just put a piece in just to explore. But it gives you an impression of what the basic countryside looks like. It's not, how can I put it? I mean, it feels very Half-Life 2 to me, but it's nice to look at. I really enjoy it. It's a bit like the White Forest, I guess, out of Half-Life 2, Episode 2. So let's shift on very far into the game. And I have to use my mobile phone to load the game. I don't particularly happy about it because there is a picture there you can see, but I can barely see what I'm looking at. Thank goodness I remember it's saved slot 3. So we're at the point where we've been through lots of places collapsing, and we fixed the problems in the water plant. Excuse me. And now we're supposed to try and get back to the office. Somehow it's having trouble because of all those invisible walls the game designers have put in. So, not really what to say about that, but so he's supposed to use this. So it got to a subway, and the subway's closed because of striking workers, and we're supposed to use this maintenance train to get to our office. Excuse me. So let me just take you quickly through the station by foot. So again, notice there's a thought about wires and this ventilation shaft here. Because it's an underground tunnel, you need your ventilation. Door not able to open. Some pipes, I'm not sure what they're supplying. And nice fan doing its thing here. It's even a ladder over here, and I don't know why. I don't think I found anything up here. So you can move along here, but there's another unimportant sign, some machine, but yeah, that's about it. Again, look at the wires, they always get me, the wires everywhere. Okay, let's go back down. Let's go into the station proper. So this is Pitt Heath on the Amstrand line. There's the actual map. And there's some adverts, the usual stuff, and mess. So a couple of interesting adverts around here. The new Nike 420. I love a lot of the adverts and text and stuff aren't very good in the game, but this is very funny. Someone on their iBook. I want to show you a picture of my cat. F you. If you post that, I will ban you and put your body in trash can. And the guy sends a picture of a cat anyway. The people who manage this advertising space are JC Denton and Nikio are collecting people. The other, yes, I could probably take a picture of that. Green mushrooms, see a lot of glowing green mushrooms in this game. I don't know if there are any glowing green mushrooms in real life, but there are an awful lot in this game. My other favorite advert is this one, which is for Happy Funeral Services. Come a little closer. Trying to make more business. So I guess we should get going. You can walk down the entire length of the platform. There isn't really much to be found down there, but you know, if you're like me, you'll go do everything. So you can't just get on this train. You're going to have to start it up. You have to find the keys for it. It took me a while to find the keys. It was in this office, if I remember, up in here. Tiny thing. It was even harder when I didn't have any lights on here. I didn't even notice there was lights. Okay, so let's close that door. Okay, power's on. Let's get all these lights on. Brakes off. And we should get going. Oh no, could start the engine up. There we go. And we're off. So I wasn't sure how far this was going to go. You know, it's an indie game on a small budget. Now once we're going, you can't actually get off here, by the way. Let me put my flashlight on. You can't get off here. So we go for this station, and you know, it's quite nice. And I was just expecting that something bad would happen very fast. Oops. Let's go faster. And keep on. Oh, I want to go in there, and look to the other side. There's something else coming. Oh yeah, what's in there? That kind of feeling when I was playing Half-Life. Honestly, such strong Half-Life vibes. The original Half-Life, where you get to see all these cool, places, and you can visit some of them, but not necessarily all of them. So then like, oh my God, we're coming out. I'm going to slow this thing down. We can't stop. I can't stop. Oh, I can take a picture of that. There you go, got more evidence. And we start to come out of the station, and you get to see the city, and it's like, oh my God, can I stop? I just want to get out and wander around, and you can't even stop it just to look. Let's have a look over here. No, let's go outside maybe. So there's a traffic jam going on down there. Roads off down there, and what we got down here? Got some parking lot behind these buildings. I just, if you just like press full speed ahead, you'll just miss all the detail that's been put into the game, which is the way most AAA games work, right? They've huge amounts of detail just you to shoot through for about 2 seconds. But there are some of us who try to reclaim those details that the developers have put in. Someone's gone to the trouble of making, a sign here, or put in a water feature there, and you just blew stuff up. I mean, I'm looking. There's a sign down there for the pedestrian crossing. And then we head into a tunnel. So I'll just speed things up. And I wasn't quite sure how far this is going to go on for. Someone been sleeping there. Obviously I could take a picture of that one. I was quite surprised actually how far this was going. I thought, well, it's been much quicker than this. And to the point where you even go through another station. I could of course slow it down, and I I did when I played, trying to see as much as I could. So we're not going off to the left. Little walkway there in the tunnel. What's going to happen, where we're going to come out. Admittedly, this is a lot more simple than, you know, city structures to look at. Rock tunnel with a few metal fences. And still more, we've got another station, which I'm desperate to get out and explore. I mean, so these corridors going down to who knows where. I actually missed some of the pictures, you know, where you're supposed to take pictures of evidence when we were going through this tunnel. Just because I was looking at the tunnel more than looking for the evidence. It's really quite a long ride. But inevitably, something must go wrong.
I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, I think that's speaking definitely. That's it for the audience. That's a fourth wall breaker. And so here we are under the tunnels now. We've crashed through, and now we have to keep on making our journey. And you know, like Get Out of Here Stalker. This is the Get Out of Here Stalker of INFRA. Go into any water.
Must be careful not to go too deep.
Must be careful not to go too deep. He says it a lot. And the thing is, he's right. If you get too deep, then you die. And the trouble is, when you die, it just goes black. Watch this. That's it. You died. And there's no warning that was too deep. Oh, I forgot. I didn't do the horn. Ah, I forgot to do the horn. Horn's great. Just goes, whoa. It's something to do, I guess. So anyway, so you have to find your way out. So there's plenty of, you know, you can do a lot of exploring down here. I'm just gonna get us moving quickly to our destination. Where are we? So there's a, we can get this box, put this in here so we can climb up. I have to replace this battery, I think.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left.
So this is a door. When you try and open it, oh, that comes off. That's not working. Okay, not sure why we need that. Well, I do know, and I'm going to show you why now. So let's go up here. Can't go in there. And actually that's gonna, there's another flood door down there which you can't get through. This is just an example of the kind of problems you faced in INFRA. So you see this tiny key through the window here. I can pick that up. Let's run along to the door on the other side here. Now we can unlock the door and go into the room. And the thing is, why do we want to go into this room? Well, the thing is, there is actually a way down here, but it's got this steam venting, which will kill you. So you need to turn it off. So follow the pipes. One goes over the other side, that red one there. And the other one goes in there. But there's no valve. We need to find a valve. Well, we had one, didn't we? It came off the door. Again, as I said, there's plenty for you to go wandering around and exploring. Hang on. Let me switch this one off first. That's the other end of the red pipe. Let's take this around. Turn off the flashlight. We're using it the battery. Got to be careful. If you knock walls and things, you can just lose what you're carrying. Depending on where you are, that might be disastrous. Okay. And let's turn that one off. Okay, how's it looking? Really? I think I did that one. I think it's because I did the other one twice. I did it earlier. I did it again, didn't I? Let's do that quickly. Not going to do much more infra. So I love the environments, but the puzzles. Oh, it's gone silent now. The puzzles get a bit maddening at times. They are quite confusing. It's not clear what you're doing. And I was watching Robert Yang streaming this the other day, and he was having exactly the same kind of problem. He couldn't understand. Wow, this is really confusing. He just didn't know what he was doing, and you feel that a lot. You're just like, I'll press the random buttons and hopefully it'll all work out. Okay, and there's this very large area where you're working on trying to fix a water treatment plant's problems, and it's very interesting. And I thought I'd need to learn about how a water treatment plant worked, because they gave everything lots of different names, but in the end it just came down to fixing out which buttons to press rather than what was actually going on. I felt there was a weirdly missed opportunity there. Oh, that's why I came in. Then you see this here, which I thought was too deep to go into, but is apparently not deep at all. I can't even put my head underneath it. A leak there. Sure, I can take a picture of that.
Glad I'm not paying the water bill for this thing.
Mark does have a habit of swearing occasionally as well, which doesn't seem to fit the game. It's not a game where, you know.
Yeah, that's a leak, alright.
So you get lots of puzzles, and it feels very kind of, at times, very, very artificial. So we got this. Wow. Look, that's got a red light there. You can't get out. And there's a circuit. Instructions to a circuit here. So you can play with some of this. And yeah, you do have to look at that circuit diagram to figure out what to do. But you know, there's a vibe to INFRA that, you know, the actual locations, the places are really good. And yeah, that's what I was trying to intimate earlier, Mandala Eyes. So Mandala Eyes just asked, does the game ever acknowledge the photos you take? And as far as I'm aware, no. Because I'm pretty sure I missed lots of stuff. You just get that dilling dilling. Maybe I just haven't got to a point where I use my evidence, but I've taken a lot of photos. So we're going to leave INFRA there for now. It's really interesting to wander through, but I've spent a lot of time on this game. I've been working in this for, I can't remember what my time in Steam is, must be something like 15 hours or more at least, and I've only just made it to like chapter 6 or something. So we'll leave INFRA there, and that's from, I mean, it originally came out, what, 2016, and they released it in several episodes. It's only out for Windows. It's about £23.79 at the moment, and you can only get that off Steam. The developer is someone I'm going to attempt to pronounce and fail, and that's Royster Interactive. So we will leave INFRA there for now, and there is another wonderful station you end up with once you get through this area, which is a much grander station. You can even go through one of the trains, and I love that. So it keeps me in, you know, every time I think I'm fed up with these stupid puzzles and oh, I can't go through this door because somehow it's been locked. And, you know, it's just still wonderful to look at. Right, so let's go to our next. Okay, so there's the controls. I'm not going to say much about it. We'll just go straight in. Oh, there we are. We're controlling this character. Oh, spacebar. Leave the mouse alone for now. So here we are. We're in this room. That's great. Can't seem to do anything with that guy. That person. Oh, I could walk through them. That clock. Oh, we can sit down. We can get up. All right, that's cool. There's. Oh. Can't do anything with that. Oh, we can turn off the music. We don't like it. Okay, so let's wander around here. Oh, I can't get past that chair. That's a seriously big chair. Let's have a look at the bookshelf. Okay, so there are books in here. So, okay, so we've got a line from Blade Runner where Roy Batty at the end of the film, all those moments will be lost in time like tears in rain, time to die. There's no, this is XKCD. There's no God or our existence is without purpose. Oh, definitely. We are adrift in an uncaring void, indifferent to all our mortal toil. Exactly. In the end, nothing we do matters. Totally. Why are you climbing that tree? Because the future is an adventure. Come on. But hey, I found squirrels. So this is amusing. All of these books have got something to do with death. Oh, one of those guys turned it back on again. I don't like, let's put it back on. What I didn't realize when you first play is that the mouse controls the angle, and you can see on the screen there's some counters. Oh, finally I can get on the hexagon. Okay, so we've got a version of hexagon here, which I'm rubbish at, it seems. Welcome. Oh, well, I've never really played. I played the original Hexagon a little bit, but I never tried Super Hexagon. I knew I was going to be rubbish at it. It looks it's a pretty good rendition of Hexagon. It looks like it. Whether it plays the same, I couldn't tell you. Oh, nice. So you're just going to watch me playing Hexagon for the rest of my time, I guess. Okay, well that's enough. Oh, there's more people in the room and more counters. So obviously this is something to do with the people in the room. I want to have a look at this on the table. So we've got a magazine here, persons. That's the back. There, we can open it up if I use the left key. Are you looking for freedom? It's an advert for a resort. The girls just want to have fun. It's some artwork, pot art. Another advert. More adverts. I'm not sure the one on the right is an advert. 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 It's very sad, to be perfectly honest. It's just adverts. And the thing is, there's this sense that this is what the game is about. The game is about what you do through life. This room is a representation of life. I think it was described as a pronunciation alert, vanitas, which is a piece of art which is meant to, you know, use to reflect on mortality. And I guess there's something to be said that the fact that, well, are you going to just keep on playing games and, you know, and reading crappy magazines? The other thing is you can't talk to people, but maybe, I mean, that's harder obviously, but it could also be deliberate in the sense that, you know, if you think of a life as just filling your life with just doing things, then you're going to miss all the heavenly glory, I suppose. But yeah, the game has a strict time span, and when the time is up, you will leave the waiting room. So, and then move on. I think that's that one's for me, the 1 minute at the top. If you play this game again, you can get another arcade game. I think there's Snake is the other one. But yeah, you can't leave the room before it's time. You certainly can't go out the way you came in either. So the room is life, and the chair at the back here is an obstruction of life. So let's count down the last 20 seconds. I'm assuming it's 20 seconds. Am I really going to do Eastshade in 10 minutes? Doesn't sound good, does it? So this is Waiting Room by I Am Bored. It's free, and I think it works on all platforms. It's Java. There we go. We walked out. And you can get it from Itch if you would have a play around with it. And that was Waiting Room. It's coming, it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. I think I had to, I clicked off it, started it up, and I had to click back onto the window. So I didn't know what Eastshade was. It looked like some sort of exploration, open world painting game. Like, it looked different, and it looked nice from the trailer. So I'm going to just start off with a new game, and I'll introduce you, and this is how I felt about the game. We've got this lovely little scene here. What is your name, traveller? Adan. A name I just came up with from somewhere. Okay, continue. So, you're on a boat, and I guess this is the hammocks here. We all sleep, and it looks like the people of Eastshade are not people, if you know what I mean. So the interesting thing was, I remember what Eastshade looked like from the pictures, and I must admit I came in here and I felt like it keeps you close up to a lot of the textures, and Eastshade isn't great at the fine detail. It's very good at the vistas and the views from afar, but in a confined space, it forces you to look at everything it doesn't quite do right. And I'm not expecting that detail to be perfect, but it just felt an awkward start to the game.
Forgive an old woman, but I forgot your name. What was it again? Would you mind getting my book from the sleeping quarters? It would spare my bones the trip. It's called Great Voyages.
So, this is basically a very small tutorial. So, see a little floating icon? We'll see a lot more of those. So you can read the book. It's like one page.
Thank you very much. I've read this old book many times. Seems I find something new each read. And no matter how many times I've read it, it never fails to get me excited for adventure. Are you the adventuring type?
There's a kind of a problem with Eastshade's UI. You can click through to get through conversations quickly. If you've read fast and it's been spoken, like, go ahead. But if you're kind of like on the edge of a sentence and you press click and they'll start talking and you're like, oh, I'll skip straight over that. Yes, I'm an adventurer.
Ah, after my own heart. I've had a lifetime of it, believe it or not. If you're sticking around in Eastshade, maybe I'll tell you all about it sometime. Captain Ilona told me we'll be landing in Lindo shortly. I think we're all antsy to arrive.
So it just teaches me now that I've learned a topic and I can talk to people about that topic.
I've never been to Eastshade. I've heard wonderful things about it. Did you know that the people there used to cover their mouths with garments? I've heard that since gone out of style. Quite a strange fashion fad if you ask me. As long as Eastshade doesn't rock like this ship, I will love it.
You know what, we're just gonna... I don't want to spend all my time having conversations. We need to get moving.
Oh, that did not sound good.
Did not. Here we go. Something's happened. We can't get out. Yeah, maybe I'll go up. See you guys later. I'm afraid it's not working out. Nicholas MC1 is my phone playing tricks on me. Are all these monkeys? There's a monkey there, and I think another one was like a deer. It's a deer. Is that right? There are 3 different races, effectively. There's deers, and there's bears, and there's 4. There's owls as well. Okay, we're gonna just go through this quickly. Basically, you're going to this island to paint some things for your mom, who's died. So that's your main task. Yes, everybody did seem very calm for being in a crashed ship.
You've woken.
Thank you. So now we've actually...
Are you feeling okay?
I'm good, thanks. So this is your first introduction to, okay, now I'm starting to see what I saw in the trailers and not just like a brown hole. Okay, so I've got to take this with me. This is my easel. I'm not going to talk to that guy. We don't want to be here all day. So let's go up. So there's our ship. It's crashed. Crashed. Shipwrecked. That's the right word. Up here, and then, oh come on! I see it's not on the path. The path is going this way, but there's a tower. What do you expect me to do? And so different locations have names. And every time you discover a location, you get down here that it's telling you, it gives you inspiration, and you need inspiration to do paintings. And of course, you can't go in, it's locked. Of course, wander around it. You can't die in this way, you can't like fall off, everything's very safe, invisible walls. You can see just over there now, you can see in the distance, there's some kind of town or something, and there's actually a windmill in the distance. So let's go. So you're quite free to wander around here. I'm gonna go back to the path we were on though. Then you come in through here and it's just like, I mean, it's so exploitative, you know? It's like, I come here and it's like, this is the game you came for, right? Got butterflies flying around, got beautiful trees, the light's just right. And notice there's an icon here, so I can actually pluck those if I need to. And you can do a lot of gathering if you really get into it, and you will need to later. This is Linda. Romanos 14 is just saying he really liked Waiting Room. The fact that the games can surprise you with a literal perspective. So I believe this is the town hall. It's not in use at the moment, obviously, but it provides a nice vantage point to see the town. It's just, the game just kept on doing this thing to me of making me feel like, oh my gosh, you're just so good. Well, there's plenty of people to talk to here, although at the end of the day, you realize this town only has... Good. Only has, it's got an inn and 2 houses. Wow, you must really annoy your parents. There's another get out of here stalker line coming up. This ox, I think it's strong, no?
Ah, a newcomer. In the future, if you're ever in need of carriage to Nava, I'm your driver.
Okay, take me to Nava.
I said in the future. I won't take you right now.
Why?
You're a newcomer, and you've never been to Nava. It's not so far. And the walk is lovely. Everyone going to Nava for their first time should approach by foot. I won't be the one to cheat you out of an enriching experience.
I do like that sentiment.
And if it's the cost of the toll bridge you're worried about, know that you would have to pay it whether you're riding with me or not. If it's your first time crossing.
Toll bridge?
My ox is strong, no?
Your ox is strong, though. She says it every time.
Watch me soar like a bird!
Hey, are you an artist?
Maybe we could talk about that later. And here's the inn. There's a lot of monkeys here. But don't worry, there are more races you see around. And here's the docks.
Did you see when it ran a reef?
And there's
I've never seen anything
something you
like
can power up.
Terrible waste of a good
Dialogue you can listen to just by eavesdropping.
It went down so quickly.
So I'm going to show you the main painting mechanic, which is supposedly the heart of the game. So let's just do one here. So here's the thing: I don't actually have. I need to make a canvas, and to make a canvas, I need 2 boards and 2 fabric. Basically, I got to steal them wherever I find them. Later on, you can buy canvases, but why buy if you can steal, after all? So let's have a look. Can I find some boards and canvas lying around? Oh, there's fabric. There's fabric. And fabric. Oh, there's some more over here. Oh, what the heck? Let's get that too. I'm really looking for some boards. As I was saying, I wrote about this game where it's a lovely game and everything. Boards, but it drives you to, oh there's a bear, it drives you to concentrate a lot on gathering things and stuff like that. So here we go. I'll tell you what, I'll just make a picture. Go in here maybe. Let's take this picture here. So, sorry, that's my list of things to do. Okay, fine. I will make the canvas there. Right. Come on, let's paint. So, I like the way you have nice control over the size and position of your painting. You can make a really kind of wide painting like that if you want to. So let's try it. Just do that. And there's your painting. It always looks a little bit more vivid when it's painted. You know, you can look at your painting afterwards. I find that when they look very vivid when they're in front of you, but when you look at them in the inventory UI, they look a little bit more lame. Like they don't look as cool as they do in real life, or as they did when they were sitting down in front of you. Right, so everybody's talking about the museum of simulation technology. It sounds like it's something I should look at. People are getting impressed by it already. Trailer. Right, so I find the fact that you have to keep on building canvases and get inspiration to take pictures kind of annoying. And this game sets you so many fetch quests. So what I'm going to do is load my game for much later on. The day and night cycle starts up after you trigger a conversation, and so there's an eclipse that happens halfway through the day. I think this is probably nighttime. So this is Nava. Again, I'm not going to try and show you too much of the game. Wait till their quests. Yes, let me show you my quest list. Quite a lot of quests. All the ones which are grayed out are done. So, and the quests are always the things like you're going to try and help somebody. It's basically, think of all those games where you're supposed to be a hero and you go off chasing rats and fixing something and getting people back together. Well, that's this game, but without the hero bit. There's no, you're not a hero, you just have to do all the nice things. Well, I suppose it's nice, but there's something that feels very busy about it. There are a lot of weird things that gate your progress in the game as well. Like going out at night can be hard because you're not wearing any good clothes because they all got lost at sea. And owls, as I told you. These people talking here. Talking. It's storytelling. What am I talking about? Now, yeah, I actually haven't been over to those mountains yet. I can't reach them. I'm still kind of driving a bit crazy. Oh, it looks like we just had the eclipse. And that's why it was so dark, and the sun is coming from behind the nearby moon. But, I mean, I just love wandering around here. I mean, the whole of Eastshade. This is the city, Nava. We were at Lindau earlier on, and of course there's the kind of the woods and things. But what you find a lot in Eastshade is people just hanging out. and chilling. I was quite impressed that this city was bigger than I expected. Because Lindau looked quite small. The city has a lot more size to it. I think there's some kids playing in the water over here. There we go. They're playing with a boat. And you can certainly find lots of people just, you know, what impresses me about this is how many millions went into a game about walking around and painting something for someone and what people are publishing. I think they spent many years on this. I think it's going at least 3 years of development, or maybe 5. I think they formed Eastshade back in 2012 or something. But for a game about painting, I find that you're distracted, you're stopped from doing lots of painting, and it annoys me somewhat. But Eastshade, it's like a children's story. I mean, don't come to this game to play for really. That's very loud. Don't come for a super meaningful story or anything like that. Come to sight. All the time. There are people catching up with. There are people just hanging out. You can talk to some people, these ones you can't. There's no dialogue marking off their head. But they're having a good time. And that's what the game is all about. Chilling out. Yeah, Nicholas MC1 says, I was going to say the sound balance is a little too realistic. So, I don't want to explore too much. It's actually not as big as it seems. There's a lot of detail, there's a lot of places to explore and see, but you know, we're not talking about a GTA city here. However, I haven't seen half of the island, and you do get a map after a while, and I haven't seen half of that map. So yeah, I don't really want to show too much more about it. It is lovely, and I'm taking a lot of time playing it. It has some annoying quirks. It has a day-night cycle, and it does occasionally have rain. It's not very often, but all of a sudden you'll get rain, and everything looks horrible. It's just grey, and you've got rain all the time, and like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go sleep. So that's Eastshade for you, which you can spend a lot of time just simply stopping and looking all the time and taking screenshots. I suppose you could do them in game, but I tend to use the F12 key to take pictures. So I'm gonna stop there. Don't want to reveal too much about Eastshade. It is currently out. I think it's only for Windows. It's out for £19.49 at the moment. It only came out in February, so no big discounts yet. So I'm going to try and sneak in something extra at the end I haven't prepared. So out today was Vectronom. I didn't realize it's coming out today, and I thought, oh come on, it's today's the first day it's out. So this is from Ludopium, and I saw it at Res, and it's. Why have I not got this coming up? It's not. Okay. Oh, there we go. Finally. Don't scare me. So we're going to sneak this in at the end. I really haven't played much. Oh. Can you not hear me right now? I'm going to have to wait for someone to say whether they can hear me or not. Something going on when I'm switching to that loading screen, I think. Yeah, it looks like on the betas it's showing that you're talking away. Okay, so Vectronom came out just today, and I just found out today, and I begged them for the key, and I got it, and I thought I've got to fit this in tonight, even though it's going to push me right over the time. So here we are. This is Vectronom. and I really haven't had any practice of this, so we're going to go for a new game. I saw it in Res. Yeah, go on. Okay. So it's a rhythm platformer, and this is just showing you the basics. Let's pick up the little doodah there. Get to the exit. Okay. We have to move in time to the music. Well, obviously in a level like this, you don't really have to. Okay. All pickups, 32%. Oh, I wasn't very good on beat precision. Okay. Oh, and they go boom, 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 boom. You can hear me moving the controller quite loudly. Oh. What do I do for beat precision? 50%, not bad. Okay, now it's starting to heat up. Oh. To listen to the music too much instead of moving. Okay, wants me to go back again. Okay, so we got one block moving forward. You see, there's not much, there's no gap anymore. You know, it's just like you just got to move with this single block. If you miss it, you're dead. Okay. 50% beat precisions. Okay. Okay, I guess this is a hub. This was not in the demo I saw in Res. Oh, I remember what these are. Trampolines. So you have to go in the right direction. Don't make mistakes. What happened there? I gotta wait for the beat. Don't do it. Don't move too fast. What's wrong, Mike? Go with the exit. Don't walk off the edge. Do like a bit of rhythm-based action. Where do I go here? On here? Oh, that was confusing. Well, I'm playing a good time. I'm not going to be doing this much longer, but you've pretty much seen everything Nicholas MC. Okay, you can jump up there. Okay. Oh, I need one gap. Oh, no. I got very... I got to say sorry, I'm really quiet, but I'm focusing on what I'm doing. And as I started to talk, I decided to die. Okay, I have to go all the way back, don't I? This is actually early in the game. I mean, there's a lot more. Some of the stuff I was doing at Res was a lot more. You really have to follow the beat. Yes, I know I was very bad. Wow. Simple enough. Oh my gosh. I'm not getting it. I'm not sure how I do that bit. Oh. Oh, it's going round, is it? I couldn't see, I wasn't looking. Didn't see the fact that it was slowly rotating at the inside. That's when you focus too much in your local area and not look at the whole level. On. Just give up on the shiny thing. Just go around to the exit. Somehow I did it. I don't even know how I did that. I just panicked. Oh, you lose the shiny thing if you don't get out of it alive. Well, it's getting a bit more tricky now. Oh my god. Well, that is Vectronom, and that's all we're going to show you for now. Maybe if I played a little bit more by next stream, I'll put a bit more of the later levels so you can see my wonderful skills. So we will leave it there. We've shot over for 1 hour by about 20 minutes, but we started a couple minutes late, so maybe it all balances out if I could do my maths properly. So, thanks for watching. This will be up on YouTube if you only watched a bit of it in the next few days. And hopefully I'll do another stream sooner than later. We've got a few other small bits and pieces I'd like to show you. Thanks very much, everybody. Have a great night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is.